all of the basic reforms that have been done under the auspices of Basel through to Basel III, I think we agree are necessary and have very substantially increased banks' resilience both on the capital side and the liquidity side.
In terms of capital, liquidity, the ability to resolve complex institutions, there's been radical change in progression. Some of the lessons that were learned around that, there wasn't a clear measure of capital, and when you scratch the surface, there were a lot of flaws in it which really didn't help a systemic crisis.
There have been huge changes and improvements of governance, of risk management, of IT, huge changes across the board, very expensive changes. Banks have made huge investments, but on the whole necessary and appropriate changes.
The credibility of capital is the most important thing. There's still a little more work to be done on that, but again, that's boldly on the radar screen. People understand how important that is.
Brexit obviously has a lot of ancillary risks to it. We don't know where it's going. Many people think there'll be a sort of short-term uptick, and then the question is, will the consequences of that in terms of potential for inflation and recession be managed appropriately? So all that's known unknowns. It's difficult at this stage to know what really will be done. I think from the bank's point of view, we can hope that the regulatory reforms will be appropriate. There certainly are things that need to be fixed.
Seen a very surprising result in the U.S., which creates a lot of uncertainty. You'll see there's a lot of question marks in Europe and some very important elections lined up next year. So what does this all translate into? It is a very uncertain environment. Each one of these big threats of modern time doesn't fit the traditional bank framework, which is really around financial statement analysis and looking at hard facts. So it's really a collective challenge. We're going to have to adapt to work and do our business in this environment along with our clients who are also challenged and stay close and agile.